Let me tell you a story about Priya, a young girl from Bangalore. One evening, her mother was busy preparing for guests who were coming over for dinner. She called out to Priya, "Beta, please go to Sharma uncle's shop and get some samosas. Get the good ones." Priya, who was busy with her homework, quickly nodded and said, "Okay, Amma." She took the money and rushed out. When she returned, she proudly placed a bag on the kitchen counter. Her mother opened it, and her face fell. Inside were 10 large, spicy potato samosas. But the guests, as her mother knew, were from North India and could not handle very spicy food. They preferred the milder paneer samosas. "Priya, what is this?" her mother asked, her voice filled with disappointment. "I told you to get the good ones. Our guests can't eat these." Priya was confused. "But Amma, these are the good ones. Sharma uncle's potato samosas are famous in our area." Her mother sighed. What she had failed to communicate was why she needed a specific type. She had not mentioned that the guests had a preference for less spicy food. She assumed Priya would understand what the good ones meant in this specific context. The incomplete instruction led to a last-minute panic as they tried to figure out what to serve the guests for snacks. A simple sentence like, "Get 10 paneer samosas from Sharma uncle's shop, as our guests don't eat spicy food," would have saved the day. This small incident from a family kitchen shows us a bigger picture. We often use shortcuts in our language, especially with those we are close to. We assume they are on the same page as us. Priya's mother had a complete picture in her mind. Guests are coming. They are from the north. They prefer paneer samosas. But she only shared a tiny fraction of that picture with her daughter. Priya, on the other hand, acted on the information she was given and combined it with her own knowledge. Sharma uncle's potato samosas are the most popular. Both were right in their own way, but the communication gap created a problem. The impact was small but real. Priya felt bad for making a mistake, even though it wasn't entirely her fault. Her mother was stressed and had to quickly think of an alternative snack. The guests might have noticed the slight tension. All this trouble brewed from one incomplete sentence. It teaches us that clarity is not just for boardrooms and offices. It is equally important at our dinner tables. Taking an extra 10 seconds to provide the full context can prevent misunderstanding and ensure that things go smoothly, whether it is buying samosas or planning a family event. Now, let's move from the home to a busy office in Gurgaon. Mr. Verma, a senior manager, called his junior, Samir, into his cabin. He said, "Samir, I need the sales report on my desk by tomorrow. Make it urgent." Samir, eager to impress, replied with a confident, "Yes, sir, it will be done." He worked late into the night, compiling all the sales data from the last quarter. The next morning, he placed a thick, detailed report on Mr. Verma's desk. An hour later, he was called back. Mr. Verma looked annoyed. "Samir, what is this? I asked for the sales report for the new product line in the South Zone only. This is the entire company's data. We have a meeting with the zonal head in an hour. This is useless for me right now." Samir's heart sank. He had worked so hard, but it was all for nothing. Mr. Verma had been in a hurry and had given an incomplete instruction. He had sales report in his mind, but he forgot to specify for the new product line in the South Zone. Samir, on his part, did not ask for clarification. He was a junior employee and did not want to bother his boss with what he thought might be a silly question. He assumed sales report meant the complete quarterly report, as was usually the case. This simple communication failure resulted in wasted effort, a frustrated boss, and a panicked junior who now had to rush to prepare the correct report in under an hour. Let's take another common example. Booking a train ticket. Ajay asked his friend Rohan, who was going to the railway station in Secunderabad, "Bhai, please book a ticket for me to Pune for next Friday." Rohan, being a good friend, said, "Don't worry, I'll do it." At the counter, the clerk asked, "Which train?" "There are 3 trains to Pune on Friday." Rohan tried calling Ajay, but his phone was unreachable. Not wanting to return empty-handed, he booked a ticket on the Duronto Express, which was the fastest. Later that night, Ajay saw the ticket and exclaimed, "Are yaar! Why did you book this one? It reaches Pune at midnight. I wanted the other train that reaches in the morning. Now I will have to find a taxi at that hour." In both these scenarios, the problem was a lack of completeness. Mr. Verma and Ajay both failed to provide all the necessary details. They left out crucial pieces of information, assuming the other person would just know. Samir and Rohan, in their haste to be helpful, did not pause to ask clarifying questions. They did not say, "Sir, could you please specify which sales data you need?" Or AJ, "Which train on Friday should I book?" This hesitation to ask for more details is very common. We feel it might make us look foolish or incompetent, but in reality, asking questions is a sign of intelligence and a desire to get things right the first time. So, what is the solution? It is simple, really. It is the art of saying it all. It is about taking a moment before you speak to think, have I given the other person the complete picture? When you ask someone to do something, tell them the what, why, when, and where. Priya's mother should have said, "Please get 10 paneer samosas from Sharma uncle's shop before 6 p.m. because our guests from Delhi prefer them." Mr. Verma should have instructed, "Samir, I need the sales report for the new product line in the South Zone on my desk by 10 a.m. tomorrow for the meeting with the zonal head." See how a little more detail makes everything crystal clear? This practice is not just for giving instructions, it is also for receiving them. If you are Samir or Rohan, it is your responsibility to ask questions until you are sure you understand. There is no shame in saying, "Could you please clarify?" Or, "Just to confirm, you want me to do this, right?" A minute of questioning is always better than hours of rework. This habit of seeking clarity builds a culture of efficiency and trust. Your boss will see you as careful and reliable. Your friends will appreciate that you want to help them properly. It eliminates the blame game of "you didn't tell me," and "you should have known." Think of communication as giving someone a recipe to cook a dish. If you leave out an ingredient or a step, the final dish will not turn out right. In our daily interactions, we are constantly giving and receiving recipes for action. A small missing detail can spoil the entire effort. Whether it is a student who misunderstands an exam question, a parent who gets the wrong time for a school meeting, or a shopkeeper who orders the wrong stock, the consequences of incomplete communication are all around us. They cause frustration, waste resources, and damage relationships. Therefore, let us all make a small promise to ourselves. Let us promise to be more mindful in our conversations. Before we send that message, before we end that phone call, before we walk away from a discussion, let us ask ourselves, have I said everything? Let us encourage our children, our friends, and our colleagues to do the same. As the old Indian saying goes, "Adhura gyan khatarnak hota hai." Half knowledge is dangerous. Similarly, half communication is a recipe for disaster. By embracing completeness, we can make our homes more peaceful, our workplaces more productive, and our lives a lot simpler. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more enriching videos on mastering communication, Indian style.